Hello, everyone, and welcome to Nuuli Forged. We are a 5e actual play stream that takes place in the world of Nuuli, which came out of my brain, and 6 of my friends here are brave enough to play in because it's hot and you got to do something on these days. So here we are. Real quick, Matt who plays Corvus and Mike who plays Renata. Will be joining us a little bit later on in the evening. They both got side swiped by work and had to stay a little late tonight. So we'll get them in when they can get here. In the meantime, I'm going to need somebody to go ahead and roll me a D31, and then we can get into.
I got it. I can actually roll now.
Awesome.
Woohoo!
I love it. Great. So
Remember how dice work?
Well, having access to keyboard and computer helps. I'm going to need everyone to introduce themselves, their character, and answer the question on how does your character prefer to solve minor arguments with others? What sort of conflict resolution do they prescribe to, if any at all? Who's to say?
I wasn't paying attention. Sorry.
Well,
what was the question?
You're fired.
I know. I am first, so I'm totally zoned out, and I'm sorry.
How does your character prefer to solve minor arguments with others? So little disagreements and squabbles. Well, that all being said, let's go around and start our intros. We'll start at the top with Andra.
That's me, and that's why I had to ask the question, because I wasn't going to hear anyone else do it. My name is Sarah, and I play Andra Grandspark, who is a halfling wizard, and I'm pretty sure she handles minor conflict by running the fuck away.
Yeah, that tracks with how we've experienced Andra to this point.
Yeah.
Great.
Yeah.
Perfectly valid.
All conflict, bad conflict, run.
Yeah, fair enough. Well, thank you so much. Next up, we've got Tanner.
I am Tanner. I remembered to unmute myself this time.
Nice.
Playing Lunine. And minor conflict. I assume either logic or just, position for the majority of it.
Throwing your weight around. Fair enough.
Yeah.
Yeah, I see that.
Depends on the conflict.
Fair enough. All right, cool. Next up, we've got Amber.
I'm Amber. I'm playing Ozo, the Way of Mercy monk. I'm a halfling. I have to say that hopefully it can be solved by a discussion that is open and honest about our feelings and thoughts. However, there is a time and a place when a person is no longer polite. And then maybe you have to punch them.
Fair enough.
You know, sometimes that happens.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And back at home base, we've got Jeff.
Hello, I am Jeff. I play Selenar, an elf druid. And it really depends on who the conflict is with. If it is with someone that he doesn't respect or really care about, which is the majority of the NPCs that he meets, he will just smile and nod. And if it's with someone that he does respect or cares about their opinion, he will smile and nod, but talk about it later. He does not like to escalate.
All right, yeah, avoiding conflict is a tactic. Cool. Well, my name is Jared. I play everyone and everything else that is not the 6 player characters. And as such, I do everything. Every possible outcome you can imagine, it's probably in there somewhere. Before we dive into last time on Nuuli Forged, first a big thank you to Magic Academy RPG, who gave us a shout out last week after our raid. So thank you, Magic Academy. And so we will dive into, for this episode 45 of Campaign 2 of Nuuli Forged.
Woo.
Let's dive into last time on Nuuli Forged. Last time on Nuuli Forged, Lunine and Ozo faced their hearing and judgment for their crimes. Lunine was sentenced to 10 years of hard labor plus 10,000 gold pieces, or 5 years of hard labor, 10,000 gold pieces, and 1 hand. Ozo, unfortunately, was sentenced to death for their crimes. Lunine appealed to the High Barrister that they were extenuating circumstances and related the accusation that Pouch of Smoke had cursed Book of Tales. The barrister passed sentence regardless. Meanwhile, the other Dead Ringers, all on the run from the law, reunited eventually in the Dust Barrows and learned that the box that Ozo had stolen contained the Stone of Silence, an artifact capable of causing a creature to be unable to speak or write or effectively communicate. Corvus and Andra returned to the Rabid Scorpion, a scheme hatched in their brains, and to Book of Tales relating to what their current circumstances were. The Feline agreed to help them if she could, and conveyed via charades and a plethora of time that a third party could present to the higher-ups in the guard positions, perhaps, that she had indeed been cursed, and used the stone as evidence that she had been cursed. Not quite sure how that's going to work out, but this is her plan. Before they removed the curse from her, as the party had also learned how to undo the curse by means of the Renata having attuned briefly to the stone. After which point she would happily tell the authorities what had befallen her and all the circumstances therein, hopefully alleviating the whatever judgments that the party doesn't know about to their 2 companions who are currently locked away in the slab. However, a squad of guards then entered the Rabid Scorpion and asked Book of Tales to accompany them, which prompted Corvus to change out of his old man disguise and become his young dandy disguise of Jack, and follow this group of 4 guards to see what they were going to do with Book of Tales, and indeed followed them all the way back to the guards' headquarters in Marble Rising, the same one he had staked out the previous evening. Lunine, meanwhile, had a brief visit with Pouch of Shadows, or Pouch of Smoke, rather, where he tried to convince the Feline to withdraw the charges, and upon hearing that he could not, as in Madanat, individuals aren't allowed to bring charges. They can only bring offenses forward to the city, and the city decides to pursue charges. Lunine suggested that it would be terrible if the authorities learned that he had cursed the woman Book of Tales. To which Pouch of Smoke bristled and left. Lunine was kept waiting for a long time before the High Barrister himself appeared and informed him that he had undertaken an investigation into his claims of ensorcelment by Pouch of Smoke. And as such, his sentence to hard labor and that of Ozo's death were currently being stayed until it could be determined if there was any impact on these crimes. So we will pick up at the Rabid Scorpion, where Andra has just been left by Corvus alone in a bar, it seems. Where the woman you had just met and were just talking to, sort of, is some sort of drudge or maid or janitorial custodian of some kind. So, picking up here in your disguise as some sort of child, Andra, what would you like to do?
I think I will leave the bar as all this commotion is going on, and I'm going to, as the whole parade is moving away from the bar, I'm going to send a message to Corvus, as he is that I'm going back to Renata's. I'm going back to where we were last night.
Okay.
Because I don't think staying in this bar by myself in the guise of a child is going to be productive.
Sure.
And I am going to attempt to make my way back to the Dust Barrow, and hopefully find Renata and Selenar there.
Yeah. You make your way back. Easy enough to do, as you have traversed it once already, so you can easily retrace your steps. It's not that hard. And in your disguise as a child, most people seem to be ignoring you anyway.
Quick question: who has the box right now? Does Corvus still have it, or does Book of Tales have it?
Book of Tales does not have it.
Okay.
So, if you two brought it, it is in either your or Corvus's possession.
Okay. I am not sure who has it. I don't think Andra ever had it. Although, let me check my inventory. I'll say that would probably be the logical thing to do. No, I do not. I do not believe I have.
Yeah, I know. I know that you.
Wait.
I know that
Yes,
you
I
identified it, and then it was given to
Yep.
Renata to attune to.
Yep.
And then I think Renata did hand it back over before.
Yep. No, I do have it. I have it.
Okay,
I
good.
have the stone.
Great.
I have the stone. I would tell Corvus that when I was telling him I was going back to. I have the box. I'm taking it back to the safest place we currently know, which is the Dust Bureau, where nobody knows we're there.
Yeah, definitely. Totally cool.
Cool. So I'm going to go back to Renata's hovel, hopefully before my child disguise wears off.
Sure.
And tell Renata and Selenar what happened, and that Book of Tales is on her way has left with the guards to hopefully give some kind of evidence, except that communicating with her is a process, and that Corvus followed them.
Yeah. You make your way back, and you find Idea in the window where you left him. He's like, "Oh, you're back. That's good."
Did anybody strange come here?
No.
Great. You're a very good boy.
I try to be.
Cool. So I'm going to go inside and reunite with my friends who hopefully are still there.
Selenar, did you and Renata just stay there, or did you leave over the last couple of hours?
I think we would have stayed. So, you're still in child form? Question mark.
It is. If it did not wear off in my journey back to the Dust Barrow, I would have dispelled it as I walked in. But it was close to running out anyway. It had been. I think I cast it twice, and it was an hour each time, and we walked all the way there and had a whole charades game and walked all the way back. So
okay, so it is obviously Andra. It's not
Yes.
some random child.
Wandering in, no.
Yes.
Also, Idea has been keeping watch while all day.
Yeah. I see you've left Corvus.
Corvus followed Book of Tales. The guards came and took her away, not like in handcuffs, but escorted her away. They think she's going to give some kind of evidence, but we just talked to her for an hour and got very little information because she can't talk. It's an extremely lengthy and frustrating process to communicate at all with this woman.
You didn't get the incense, did you?
I did not acquire any incense, no. Yeah, no, I absolutely, I have some incense. It is, I don't think the right incense, but I definitely did not have 1,000 gold pieces to spend on incense, even had I passed the incense shop.
It's worth an ask. Would have been fortunate.
But the, I think, and I could be wrong, because like I said, it was a very difficult communication process. The guards were taking Book of Tales back so that they could, so that hopefully she could tell someone important about what happened, and maybe the someone important can help us do the spell. Because we also don't exactly have access to a forge, unless you've got one in your backpack.
Let me check. Nope.
Right. So it's not just that we need a lot of very expensive incense, it's us that we also need access to some really hot flames, and a forge, and probably an anvil. I'm not really sure what we're forging with this. I only got the basics of it, and it seemed pointless for me to sit and become
Oops.
and whoa.
I did not mean to post that.
Cool. I don't think we can burn that.
I would be sad.
At any rate, it's it's complicated, and it takes, from what Renata said when he tuned to it, it takes a couple of hours. Like it's not like a, hey, let's just sit down and do this real quick kind of a thing. It requires some expensive components. It requires an environment that's conducive to this, and also a lot of uninterrupted time, and stuff like that. So yeah. So I think Corvus followed them. Hopefully, I don't think Corvus has any way to get in touch with us other than unless one of us gets close enough to message him. So I don't know. I told him I was coming back here. Hopefully, he'll find out some information. I have the box and the stone, and I didn't think it was going to wander around by myself with the box and the stone, which is pretty much all the evidence we have, but I think eventually they're going to need it at the jail.
What would it take to get a forge here or somewhere else?
I don't think they're very portable. I have not done any smithing work, but
Do you think there might be an abandoned forge in this shanty town we're in?
I don't know. Maybe Renato would know. He's the one who grew up here. I'm rather under the impression that they're large and difficult to move, but like I said, I know nothing about smithing. Maybe there's such a thing as a portable forge? Not a clue.
Renata would relate that all the smithing kind of moved into the merchants' quarters a long time ago when the city really built up proper. There is a stretch of the barrows called Forge Through, but that's where the forges used to be, but they've since been turned into other living quarters.
How close is it? Might be worth poking around.
It's not too far.
Well, I suppose it's my turn.
I mean, I guess we could
he
go and look at it.
He would say that there's no active forges there, so you'd have to get all the stuff to make a forge work if any of the infrastructure remains.
Yeah, I mean,
not that you couldn't, but
yeah, I'm sort of under the impression, in my vague acquaintance with the practice, it's not just that you need a place for a big fire, but you need the big fire too.
Both of you roll a history
Here we
check.
have a fire expert among us.
Oh crap! Apparently, I know a lot about smithing.
Andra, on a natural 20, as you're having this discussion with Selenar, you immediately remember that you have seen a forge here in Madanat. There was a forge in
the wardrobe.
In Pouch of Smoke's little extra-dimensional workshop. Yeah.
Sure. I mean, there's always going back to the fancy hotel and breaking back into the wardrobe where there was one. I'm not sure that's in our best interest at the moment, but
Yeah.
we know
Uh,
I'm
one's there.
gonna.
However,
I'm gonna
on
roll
a natural 20, I will also say that you definitely saw forges throughout the various like merchant errands that you went on, like when you went to find the spell components and various other like shopping trips that you've taken over the last few days here,
Sure.
including like up in Marble Rising or just near just off of the Spice Mile. So like they exist here.
Right. I feel like maybe we might get further if we like, bribed an armorer or something.
Jared.
Mm-hmm.
When I was in the wardrobe.
Yeah.
And I was poking around the bookshelves for stuff.
Yes.
Did I see? I know I didn't take anything, but did I see an incense stash or any of the components that we're looking for? And I'm gonna roll a perception check, and then you can answer the question.
It would be a history check to see if you remember seeing anything.
Okay, I'll do that too.
Cool. You don't.
One of these numbers is better than the other.
Yeah. So the first thing that you rolled would have been a natural 16 or 14?
It was a 14. Yeah.
Yeah. So that would have given you a 16 for your history check.
Sure.
So on a 16, there were all sorts of components in that room on the shelves, labeled with various degrees of or like in various degrees of value. It would make sense that if someone was casting a curse or had the ability to cast a way to unbreak a curse or to break a curse, that they would have the stuff. You didn't particularly note at the time what it all was, but you know that he had all sorts of materials in that room. So it's
Cool.
it's likely that he had at least some of it, if not all of it. But again, you didn't know what you were looking for at the time.
So back in character then. If you saw a forge in the wardrobe, there were quite a lot of materials in there.
Sure. Not to point out the obvious, but the fact that we were in the wardrobe is the reason that Ozo and Lunine are currently in prison.
I will also say, Andra, on that natural 20, you also remember that about barely an hour ago, you were having a conversation about how you shouldn't break the curse because they might be able to use the stone to figure out who cursed Book of Tales.
Right. Yeah. I also, unclear if she needs to be present when we do this to lift the curse. And at any rate, the fact that she is currently cursed is the only evidence we have against Pouch of Smoke. And perhaps I pull out the rock or the box, open the box. I'm still not touching the rock. I'm just holding them. Perhaps that this thing can tell us who used it last. If you have the right kind of arcanist.
That's true too.
We were just discussing in the Rabid Scorpion that lifting the curse, while that would make Book of Tales life better, is not going to get our friends out of jail. Because the only reason we have for them to justify what they were imprisoned for is the fact that the curse exists. And if the curse doesn't exist anymore, then they're just going to be in jail probably for the rest of their lives.
Maybe we should try to find some information about what's happening to them then, because we really have no idea.
True story. So Corvus followed Book of Tales and the guard to I don't know if he's going to be able to hear or see or interpret any testimony that she might give. And I'm not quite sure how that works. Because she can't talk and she can't write. All she can do is play charades. And that is not the most efficient way to get information out of anyone.
Well, presumably she can answer yes or no questions by nodding and shaking her head at the very least.
Sure, if they ask her the right questions. So maybe the three of us should get close enough to the jail or the guardhouse to be able to at least message Corvus and find out what he has learned since he went to follow them, and if he is in a position to contribute to the questioning so that she can answer with a yes or no. Because the guards have no idea.
Where is this slab?
Renata presumably knows.
Yeah, so the slab
He's standing right
is actually, it's sort of in Marble Rising, but it's like built into a cliff, so it doesn't really take up any real estate. But like it's in the area, but it's not like within Marble Rising itself. Like it's set apart. It's kind of like its own little would-be. It's like the Vatican. Like it's in Italy, but it's not part of Italy.
Sure. It's certainly more than 120 feet from where we are.
Yeah. But you don't actually know where Corvus was following the guards to. You just know that he followed the guards.
No, now I'm thinking about just getting within, like basically on an outer wall and trying to message Lunine or Ozo through the wall to figure out, are you alive, sort of questions, because we haven't seen them at all or heard. Like Selenar, Renata, and Andra have no idea they've been tried and sentenced, and then their sentence has been stayed. We have no clue.
Correct. We just know they were hauled off. And Renata presumably knows where the slab is.
Yeah.
Would Renata know or tell us if magic can get into the slab?
He would say that he doesn't know, but like the slab is not like a typical prison. It's not built out with walls around it. It is the wall.
Right.
Like it is built into a cliff. There are no windows into the slab. And it's
right. There is just the wall that the door is in.
Right.
Yeah. So we can go there, but
well, I think as Corvus is chasing the guards, it would make sense for us to try to get a status report from Ozo and Lunine.
Sure, we can try that. I told Corvus I was coming back here to find you guys, but we could. I don't know that we want to leave him a note. That seems like a bad idea. Also, I'm not sure if he can read. Oh wait, I do know he can read because he still has my romance novel that I lent him several weeks ago on the boat to read. But
you would also both know that 1 foot of stone will block your message spell.
Right.
Oh, I did not know that. Me, the player, did not know that.
Yeah.
'Tis
but a cantrip.
Sorry. Yeah. So Sarah knows we cannot message the people who are in the slab. I'm not sure how much Andra is aware of that. But
You should.
But that doesn't mean
Selenar
something
have a
small
spell.
couldn't infiltrate.
Yeah, I think
Sure.
Selenar, you should have a spell. I think it's level 3. It's like called Animal Messenger.
we also
it's
have
basically the like message spell, but you put it in a bird or something.
Or a rat.
It essentially makes a small creature like your message
vector.
conveyor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's 2 or 3.
Yeah.
great,
We
but
also,
that's
I mean, we also
I'm
have
looking for it.
idea, but if there's not windows into the slab, how easy is it going to be to get a creature into it?
I don't know.
I mean, there must be a way that a service entrance or...
sewer.
Although I'm not advocating to sneak into the high security prison.
Yeah, I mean that seems like a bad idea. I love my idea, but he is not especially stealthy or blending in. Like, I don't think sending my undead rat is going to be go unnoticed.
I
And,
don't know.
yes.
I blend right in at skeletons and stuff like that. Maybe there's some in the cells.
There might be, but you'd have to get in there first. And like, if you get hurt, I can resummon you, but I don't think you would enjoy that.
I don't know.
Does he have nerve endings?
I don't know anything about this slab. I've never seen it.
Right.
I'm not there, but like, Sarah, for science, does he have nerve endings?
I don't know.
Poke him. I don't know.
I will. I'm going to.
I'm curious. Do undead have nerve endings now?
He responds when you poke him.
Okay. I think he does. Now, like, does that hurt or is it just like ticklish?
I don't know. You haven't done
Was it
it
unpleasant?
previously.
Oh,
I don't
poke
think
him again.
so.
Is that unpleasant?
No, just annoying.
Fair. So yeah, I mean, we can try that. But it might hurt.
He kind of shrugs his little rat shoulders.
All right. So should we go and reconnoiter the slab?
One moment, I have one more idea. I'm reading a spell. The animal messenger I can only send to a location I have visited. So I don't think inside of a prison would qualify.
No.
And I don't have it prepared anyway.
I think you can send it to a person you know, though.
It says a tiny creature. A tiny
Yes.
beast.
Yeah,
Yes, I
that
think you
is
can send
the
the tiny
mode
beast
of conveyance. Yeah.
to a person that you know. Like, I don't think it has to be a place you know. I think you can send it. You could say to it, go find Ozo.
You specify a location you have visited and a recipient who matches a general description, such as a person dressed in the uniform of a town guard.
Ah, okay.
So,
So it has to be both.
I would send it into the prison and look for a short halfling with black hair and a mask.
Right.
But it doesn't work unless I have
Gotcha.
visited the location before anyway, so.
Gotcha. I misremembered then. I thought it was just.
It could have changed too.
It could have changed. I thought it was
Yeah,
just.
it doesn't say legacy, so it may have changed.
Yeah, so like the way I would rule this is like if you haven't been to the slab, you couldn't do it. But if you visit the slab, whether or not you've been inside, you at least know where the building is. So I would be like, you can send something in there to find.
Right, we can presumably tell from outside that there is an inside to it.
Okay, what if I conjure some birds that are large enough to carry idea over the outer wall or whatever and drop him into the prison?
I don't think there's an opening. I could be wrong, but the way Renata was describing it, I don't think there's an opening other than the door. But let's go. Let's go look at it.
Renata admits that he hasn't been there. He's only been told about it.
Sure.
Okay, Renata, you wait for Corvus because he might return here. Andra, let's go.
All right.
And Selenar wild shapes into his cat form and crawls up onto your shoulder. Your other shoulder.
So I have an undead rat on one shoulder and a cat on the other shoulder.
Correct.
Cool. I am going to once again cast Disguise Self and make myself look like an unremarkable child with a cat and an undead thing on my shoulders. Maybe with a large hood. I think there will be perhaps whether or not it's illusory, a hood that these creatures could perhaps sit inside. As
you can tell Idea to like make himself scarce, and he'll like hide in your bag or whatever.
Yeah, because I don't feel like a child walking around with an entire menagerie on their shoulders is particularly inconspicuous. But yeah, I'm once again going to be a child. And boy, I hope we don't have to keep doing this because I'm going to run out of spell slots pretty soon. And get directions from Renata of the general direction of the slab.
Mhm.
And walk on over there.
Yeah, easy enough to get general directions. As you both kind of...
It's large enough that it's hard to miss.
Yeah. As you kind of exit this, because now in the new updated rules, in your wild shape, you can continue to speak normally, Jeff.
Yes, but I cannot cast spells, so I don't think I can message.
True.
But I can whisper to Andra.
You can talk to me as you're
Yes.
sitting on my shoulder.
This comes important because even though you have vague general directions, Renata doesn't know the way precisely. It's like giving someone directions to Brooklyn, but you haven't actually been there.
Sure.
So, therefore, I'd like one of you to make a survival check, and you can either both make one separately, or one of you can make it with advantage.
Do you want advantage, Selenar? Because Andra is pretty bad at survival.
This is probably a Selenar roll, for sure.
I will be happy to assist with my vantage point on my shoulder.
Excellent.
Well, I got a 22.
Yeah. Without too much problems, it's actually not that difficult to get to. You figure out that you can kind of skirt most of like the inner city, which is good for you even though you are disguised. And kind of just cut through a little bit of Marble Rising. Probably takes you about 45 minutes to get to the general area. And as you get there, you see that like there's this plaza that's kind of out in front of this cliff. The cliff is this sandstone colored, like jut of rock that kind of comes up out of the desert, out of the dunes and whatnot. That kind of, it's like in the foothills of like the mountain range that's kind of on either side of Madanat.
Mm-hmm.
And you can see that there is a big plaza out in front of it that is worked stone, or like maybe not worked stone, but like natural stone that's like been raised up and like the sand has been cleared away. And it looks to be like that stone is stained in a few places, and there's like a couple of gallows out there and a couple of other things that look...
I would say stained like blood stains, or stained like...
They are dark stains out in the sun, so...
Okay.
Could be.
Sure.
But there's definitely like a couple sets of gallows out there, and what looks to be like a chopping block up on like a stand. So it's fairly easy to deduce this as some form of like punishment exhibition area.
Sure. Public execution is what they do around here.
It's not unheard of, yeah. Not always, but sometimes if people are looking to make a message, it's possible. Beyond that plaza, probably about 50 feet or so past the plaza, you see this solid cliff face. And carved into it, you do see two massive doors that are currently open. Standing on either side is a large metal figure, probably about 12 feet tall. It looks to be like a giant-sized suit of armor, except it's not made out of steel. It looks like it's a little rusted over, like it's pure iron. And you can see two of them on either side of this big doorway. It's like a 10 by it's like a 15 by 15 doorway. Like the two doors that are like open are like massive, and it looks like these things are stationed in such a way where they could easily close it if they needed to.
Cool. The doors open out into the plaza or into the building?
They open into the building.
Okay, so we can't see the doors themselves. The doors are inside. We just see the figures standing
Correct.
outside of the open doorway.
Yeah.
Are there people on this plaza?
There's no people like on the plaza, and there's a couple people as you're spending a few minutes watching. Occasionally, you see someone in livery of Madanat kind of walk out the door and kind of like do a check and then walk back in. At one point, you do see a robed figure kind of appear outside, like about 20 feet in front of the doorway, and the two what are iron golems look at the figure, and it like kind of like waves a hand or like shows them something or whatever, and they revert back to normal.
From where we are, can we see can we see anything inside the doorway, or is it just darkness?
It looks pretty dark, but you can see like the flickering of torches in the dark, so there's some kind of lantern in there.
Okay, but it's like we're looking at like a hallway going past the door and we're just seeing blank wall, or
no, so you can see like a few feet, like some amount of feet inside, and you can see like that there's lanterns for however long it continues straight, but you can't make out details at this distance.
Right. Okay, so we're looking at a doorway that opens into a hall that's going away from us with some firelight.
Yeah.
Great. Cool. I don't think those things are going to let us in. I'm not so sure those things are going to let. Is there any like vermin or anything in this plaza? Like we've got like all this like bloodstains and stuff. Like, are there rats scurrying about, or
make a perception check?
Pigeons, or I'm not real good at these. I rolled a 6.
You don't see anything. You're kind of infatuated by these large iron constructs.
Yeah, they're real cool.
Go ahead, make an Arcana check.
Ooh, I'm better at that. I do.
Yeah, so you've read about these kinds of things in your earlier studies. They're definitely constructs. They're iron golems. They are made out of plates of armor that have been fashioned together, and they have magical cores that kind of like make them run. So somewhere nestled within the armor, somewhere are these magical cores of like, they're like little spiraling balls of like concentrated energy that like animate it. Doesn't give them life, but it allows it to follow orders.
Sure.
So a few things you would know about them. They fire damage is like fire attacks like actually help their plates like fuse together and make them stronger. So fire isn't like the best thing against them. You can't like change them. They can't shapeshift in any sort of way. And they are resistant to magic in general, just because they are magic, so they are therefore resistant to it in a lot of ways.
Sure.
But they are strong. They like, you can see these ones have like a little like sleeve on their forearm that probably houses like a gigantic blade of some kind that like pops out when they're like.
Gotcha, but they're not visibly armed.
They don't have like big swords, but you can see that they probably like, kind of like faching, and like it's there.
Right. They are weapons in and of themselves, but they're not like carrying axes or
Yeah, they're like Wolverine. They carry their weapons everywhere.
right.
You also know with a 22, you know a lot.
I am an expert in Arcana, by the way.
You would also know that these things, some of them can emit poison, like in a spray, and they can use they can emit bolts of fire as well. Like they have, it's not quite a cantrip, but it's like they can launch fire.
Sure.
They are very good at guarding things.
Yeah. So yeah, those things are not going to let us in, and we're not going to win if we try to fight them.
I also roll Arcana on this, so I can maybe condescendingly say, I know.
Sure, go for it.
I have a +9, so I'm hoping.
All right.
Well,
you've
I
heard.
laughed really hard at
you have heard about these things before, but Andra's got details you just don't have.
I gathered that they don't look very friendly.
Yeah.
I will say on a 22, you would also know that these things are generally given like simple orders, like they don't have like complex reasoning.
Right. They're not super smart, but they're big and they're mean and they're blocking our way.
Do you think that idea could get past them?
I mean, I don't know how acute their vision is. I'm not so certain. I think the only way idea could get past them is if they didn't notice him. And I don't know how acute their vision is. I mean, he's small, but he's not microscopic. He's
so he needs a distraction, is what you're saying.
Yes. I'm not sure how distractible these things are. They're pretty much created to stop people from going in or out. Like, that's kind of their only purpose in life. Or unlife. But sure, I'm not going to distract them. I don't want them looking at me.
Selenar.
But if you don't like being a cat, then...
No. This is all in cat form. You say it took us 45 minutes to get here, and we've been standing here for 10 minutes or so, so it's still been less than an hour.
Yes, and you have 2 hours.
Correct.
I only have an hour. Mm-hmm. I'm pretty soon going to need to recast disguise self or melt into a crowd, of which we are distinctly lacking here.
Selenar hops off of your shoulder and sort of goes in an effort to distract. He's just trying to be a cat, right? But to get close enough to the door where the guards might be like, what is this cat doing here? And see if they give any reaction at all.
Okay, are you trying to be stealthy in this in any way?
Absolutely not. 0%. That's not the point.
All right. You get within about 30 feet of the door. And you get within about 20 feet of the door, and you can see the heads turn and look at you. You get about 10 feet from the door, and both of them, the blades on their arms, whoosh, and they block the way of the cat. They don't. They don't seem to be pursuing
so they're not moving
the cat
towards me.
Not yet, but you are 10 feet away from them.
Okay, so at about 12 feet away from them, I do that thing that cats do where I like sit on my butt and start to clean my leg.
Okay. They don't move or do anything. They just have the blades out, kind of crossed low, blocking the door from the cat. Make a perception check, Senor Renato. Or Selenar.
Senor Renato's numbers.
Senor Selenar.
I guess I should do this with cat perception.
Yeah, if it's different than yours.
It's actually not. It's a +7 either way. So here you
Great.
go. A 19.
Great. Yeah. So you notice a few things being this close to the entryway now. One, these things, you can see like in between the plates, there's like little glowing bits of like green energy, like up in the torso. And like some of the hands have like little like red lines, like in between the seams of the plates. The blades are incredibly sharp, and look like they could do serious damage. Also, it looks like, even though you are 12 feet away from them, you feel like they could almost reach you. Like, you think they have a very long reach.
Almost reach me is the correct distance to be.
Right. You also get the sense that, looking beyond them, you can see that occasionally a figure like moves between hallways. It seems like it's a long, featureless hallway with like torches or lanterns out. That with like that kind of like yellow, oily glow that those things have and produce. But there is not like a lot of detail to be had. It seems like it's fairly featureless as far as you can see inside the corridor. Make an insight check while you're here as well, if you'd be so kind.
Also the same either way. So here you go. 22.
Now that you're this close up and like observing them, you get a sense that these things are positioned to stop anything that moves without the password or insignia or something like that like shows them that the person is allowed to enter. However, you also get on a 22 insight that they're not that perceptive. Like, you kind of like strolled up as a cat, and they just kind of saw a cat come up and they're just stopping it because it's like a warm body coming their way. So if they didn't notice somebody, it's possible they would not be able to stop them.
I make my way in a roundabout way back to where I had left Audra.
Mm-hmm.
And they seem a little slow on the uptake. I think they could be sneaked around by a tiny rat.
All right, let's try it. Idea.
Yes.
So we're going to try that again, where the cat goes and, does cat things and does non-threatening, but, attention things. And I want you to sneak along the wall and try to scamper behind those things and inside.
Okay, why?
Because our friends are in there somewhere, and we have no idea where, and we don't know what inside looks like.
I'm idea.
So, yes.
I'm right here.
You are
You
my
have
idea.
me.
It is true. You are my idea. We don't know what the inside of this building looks like, and I'm using the word building very loosely. We don't know what it looks like in there, but our friends are in there somewhere. And if you can get in, we can look around and see if you can find them. You remember what Ozo and Marquis Lunine look like?
The small one and the colorful one. Yes. Yes, I remember them.
Yes. We mostly want to know if they're alive. Like, if you can find them and make sure they're in there and, like, relatively in one piece, that would be super cool. If you can get in there and still be in telepathic communication with me, that would be awesome. I would love to be able to chat with you while you do that. But if you lose contact with me, find out what you can and come back out.
Very well. Okay.
Thank you, idea.
He scuttles down and kind of like does a big circle. And you're watching him, so you're kind of like keeping a track on him. He gets like along the wall about 50 feet down away from the entryway and kind of like thinks back to you. Is this where I should try to be sneaky?
Yes.
You see him like hug up against the wall and like begin to start moving. Go ahead, roll a stealth check for idea.
Okay. Does he have my stealth or does he have his own stealth?
No, he's mechanically he's a rat. So you should.
So while this is happening,
Yes.
Selenar attempts to do cute cat things to distract the robots, approximately 12, but not getting closer than 12 feet. You know that scene in the Aristocats when the little kittens are like pouncing along? That's what I'm going for here.
Sure.
Great.
All right. His stealth is slightly worse than mine. He rolled a 12 on stealth.
Okay. You see him doing his best to move right along the wall behind these massive iron golems. Go ahead as a cat. Go ahead, or actually, make up either deception or performance, and it uses your stat, so whatever your charisma is.
It's a +2 either way. So here you go. Good luck. A 16. I swear I was going to roll a 3.
Fantastic. You are a very believable cat in this moment here. And you watch Andra as very surreptitiously Idea stealths quietly up to the back of one of these things' foot, kind of looks up at it, and kind of around the back of the foot, and then around the back of the next foot, looks at the big, massive one on the other side, and kind of turns himself around and like scuttles into the slab without being detected.
I'm gonna telepathically said to him, "Good boy, idea."
Thank you. I tried very hard. This is not something I've ever done before. Oh, it's quite dim in here.
He has dark vision. Andra does not, but idea does.
Yeah. Look at all these torches and lanterns. You'd think they'd space them closer together so you could see better. I wonder where people are. There's nobody here right away.
Do you see any, like, doors?
Make a perception check for idea.
He rolled a 9. His
I
perception is
don't.
better than mine.
It's
Okay,
pretty
well-
featureless here. Should I keep going?
Yeah, I think you might as well. Keep going and see what you can see. We really want to know if Lunine and Ozo where they are and if how their health is. If you can find them.
Okay. Cool. So he keeps up this color commentary for you. Up until the point where he vanishes. Like you lose contact.
Yeah, because I only get 100 feet.
Yeah. go ahead. I'd like you to do two things for me. One, make a new stealth check with advantage because now he's like sneaking around inside. It's dark. It's Emmy in there, so he has advantage on the check.
17.
Great. Second roll, I'd like an investigation check from Idea.
Investigation is intelligence.
Uh-huh.
Oh, that's not great.
Great.
He gets a 6.
Yeah.
He has a -4 to his intelligence checks.
He's just a rat.
He's just a rat.
Yeah. So you lose telepathic contact with him and trust him to be doing his thing. We'll say you've already like recast your disguised self before it failed.
Yep.
Because it's a quick little thing you can do.
Yep.
So my question is, how long are you going to wait here in this plaza? And there's like other people like walking by occasionally. Some like looky-loos, but most people don't stay too long.
Cool. Is there like a place that's like not immediately near the doors where like there are people hanging out, like an inobtrusive place for a child to like sit and wait? Like, is there a what's there's the plaza, which is big and empty and has 2 giant golems in it, but like what's 20 feet away, like what's around it? Is there a
Yeah, there is definitely. Yeah, make a perception check.
I'm not so good at these. I rolled a 2.
You don't know where to go, what to do. People are
Do
blocking
you
your view.
vocalize, like, hey, where should we go, sort of thing? I'm trying to also roll for you here.
If you come back, have you stopped playing cat games in the middle of the plaza?
Yeah, I mean, I'm still a cat, because if I'm not, everyone will know who I am, but
Right.
yeah,
right.
I come back to you.
Hey Kitty, do you see anywhere where we can hang out? Idea's in there, and I lost contact with him, but I don't want to abandon him. But I also think that I'm not sure
I rolled a nat
golems-
1.
Yeah. Which is still 6 better than what I rolled. So
I tried.
I don't think these things are that bright, but I also don't think that like sitting here like sitting ducks is really the way for us to go.
I don't see anywhere good. Maybe we should. We certainly shouldn't just stand and stare.
Right. Exactly. They might not be the smartest creatures in the world, but they are, they are there to guard. Can we just like leave the plaza and like make the first turn we see?
Yeah. You leave the plaza, turn down the first street, and boom, you find yourself in the middle of a massive like throng of people. It seems like they're all talking about some sort of game that they're all interested in playing.
Great. Yeah, I'm just gonna be like on the outskirts of that so that I'm basically just going to like blend into the crowd, but like not talk to anybody or anything, like just kind of like
Sure.
The old wander aimlessly.
Yeah.
Great. So you attempt to do this. Just go ahead, make a. I guess this is. Yeah, you're just trying to blend in, so just make a performance check at advantage because of your spell.
At advantage, I get a 20.
Great. So yeah, you blend right in. No problem.
Yeah.
Meanwhile.
Cool. So we're just killing time, waiting for Idea to come back into range.
Yes. Meanwhile, I'm going to make a couple rolls here.
Great.
So if we get close to me needing to re-roll wild shape, because I do think I would have to shift back into elf and then back into cat.
Yeah, you would.
I can't just extend the spell like you can.
Right.
So that's a thing that we will need to think about if it gets close to 2 hours, since
I think I think you will be able to tell when you're getting close to running out of wild shape.
I would assume so.
And that might be as long as it might be productive for us to wait for idea.
Well, I'll need to cast it again, which would give us another 2 hours. I don't know
Sure.
how long you can stay in disguise endlessly, or how many casts you have.
I mean, I'm pretty sure I can upcast it if I could upcast it. I'm out of first level spell slots, but I have 5 more higher level spell slots if I wanted to waste them on disguise. Although I think pretty soon, if we're in a large crowd of people, we might just go to like putting up the hood and being inconspicuous.
That might work for you. Selenar does not think that will work for him.
Sure. You get more wild shape time than I have in disguise self.
Fair.
Cool. So as you discuss this, we cut to the scene of a skeletal rat scurrying around a place he has no idea where he's going. You see him kind of like sniff occasionally, scurrying around. As some period of time passes, he finds cells and begins sniffing around. Then a massive hand reaches through and picks him up. Ozo, in your cell, you see that Nash and Talon are doing sit-ups. Tooth and Craw are like using the bars on one side of the cell. Like their legs are like over the bars and they're doing like upside down sit-ups. So they're like doing their thing. You notice Scuzzle reaches through the bars and picks up something with his massive hand. Scuzzle hasn't spoken very much. But you see him reach through the bars and pick up what appears to be a rat skeleton. And he's kind of looking at it.
Hello, idea.
Scuzzle turns his head to you. What did you say, Ozo?
Oh, that looks like a friend of mine's, idea.
I swear this rat skeleton was moving a moment ago.
Yes, I think that he does that.
That seems strange.
I found that magic is strange. Do you know many magic users?
Not really.
Yeah. Well, they're kind of odd.
I can
They like to do
imagine.
things like set fires in alleys and apparently hide things in wardrobes.
Very strange indeed.
Yeah. If you put it down, it might move around and it might talk.
You see like his eyebrow, or well, not eyebrow, but his like eye ridge kind of arches. So he like pulls it, and like Scuzzle's got like long kind of arms. And so he drops him down. And like idea kind of like the rat skeleton kind of like flops and it looks like a skeleton. But then kind of like pew shoots right over to you. You're the Ozo, aren't you? And you just see that like Scuzzle's jaw just like drops and you see all these like rows of sharp teeth just like, huh? I'm supposed to find you for Andra. Are you alive?
Yeah. For now.
Okay. Where's the Lunine?
I don't know. in another place.
That seems unfortunate. You should really stay together. It makes it much easier for rescues.
We tried. Idea, please say hello to Scuzzle. I think Scuzzle is freaking out.
Hello to Scuzzle.
Good enough.
Was that some sort of incantation? I'm supposed to do something now?
Oh, no, I just wanted you to acknowledge that Scuzzle over there was looking at you.
He turns his head and he's like, is Scuzzle the big lizard who noticed I was walking along the wall?
Yeah. He's alright.
The context of your request to say hello makes more sense now.
Mm-hmm. Yes. If we get out of here, I have a book you should read.
I don't think
That's
I can
where learned
read.
most of this stuff. Oh, that's odd.
Never tried, but I don't know why I would be able to.
I don't know. I don't know why you wouldn't be able to. You're an idea.
I am an idea. The other four have kind of like begun to overhear this conversation, and all are kind of like, what the hell's going on here? Nash comes over and is like, Little Ozo, what is that?
It's an idea.
Looks like a dead rat.
Kind of. It looks like one. It doesn't act like one.
Indeed, I am a friend of the Little Ozo one. And you see Nash kind of like big eye ridge raised as well. You, Ozo, might just get us all out of here if this little thing can communicate with someone outside.
Oh. It did say something about rescue. My friends seemed to be curious on whether we're dead or alive. Do you have some information that could be useful?
I can tell you that we are currently in cell block C, row 22.
Oh. How do you know?
I've been here a while.
Oh. Where's the entrance?
That's a little trickier. I've only been there the one time, when I was brought in.
Fair enough.
It is at this time where you begin to hear a squeaky wheel coming down. And all the others kind of like perk up and say, chow time. And you see a cart come by being pushed by a human guard. And he is giving elementals like bowls of something. And like the bowls are like put into a cell every so often. And a bowl is put into your cell. One bowl for the 6 of you.
Okay. I assume that idea is smart enough to hold still.
Yeah, and you can like tell him hold still or whatever. He's not noticed.
Cool. Great. Oh, I was wondering if we would eat.
It's not much, but it looks like they gave us a little more than usual.
Oh, that's nice of them, I guess.
Yeah, and you can see that they make a little circle and like leave a space for you to like sit cross-legged amongst the circle.
Okay. Yeah, I will join and try the food.
Since you're our new friend, Ozo, you can have the first.
Ozo doesn't know enough to insight check. So Ozo is going to take the first bite.
Yeah, it's like a mushy porridgey thing, and you kind of figure it out and kind of like scoop some in. And then you pass it off. Presumably you pass it off, or do you?
Yeah.
Yeah. So you take your little bite, and then you pass it off to Talon, who does the same. Tooth, Craw, Scuzzy, Nash, and just around the circle. It goes around about twice, and then it is depleted.
Okay.
So you've had like 2 mouthfuls of food. It's not much.
Okay.
But the others kind of give you cover as you have this conversation with Idea, who is pretty much just like, I'm supposed to find out if you're alive and report back.
Okay. Well, you found me. I am alive. And apparently I'm in cell block C. 22.
Okay. And you don't know where the Lunine is, right?
No. I point toward the direction of whatever justice room was the last place I saw Looney. But we were in that room together. Briefly.
Very well. I guess I'll keep going.
Good luck.
Is there anything else I should know about your situation? Because I'm sure Andra will ask me.
I mean, I'm sentenced to death. And, my
Okay.
friends here are very nice.
That's good. Goodbye.
I think that's okay, bye.
And he scuttles along. Not surprisingly, not too much longer, or too much later. Lunine, as you are also fed a 2 mouthfuls of some sort of not really appetizing food, enough to keep you alive, but not enough to give you strength. You hear a voice in the corner of your cell. You are the Lunine.
Oh, Jesus, you. Yes.
Hello.
Yes, I am. Hi, Idea.
I am supposed to find out how you are, and if you are alive here, and where you are here. You seem to be alive. Ozo says that they are to be dead soon. Are you also to be dead soon?
No. But things are temporarily put on hold due to an investigation into Book of Tales' voice being stolen.
I don't know what that means.
You just tell Andra. She should know.
Okay. Do you know
But
where
I
you
am
are?
Here. I don't know. No idea.
Okay.
Maybe someone who knows the building would know where I am, depending on the route you took.
I know how to get here from Ozo's cell. The lizards with Ozo knew where they were.
Oh, that's good. That'll help. But yes, they would know. Hopefully they've been here longer than we have.
Okay. Well, I found
you're
you.
Creepy. Can you leave? Yes, you did. Now, this cell's bad enough.
Okay. Should I tell them, Andra, anything else about you?
Not at the moment that I believe that would assist. Just tell them that we need them to bring the stone to the people so that Book of Tales can be looked at.
Okay. Bye. And he scuttles on the ground and up the down the hall. So eventually you hear in your mind, Andra, maybe soon I'll get to talk to Andra again. Andra, hello, Andra.
Idea.
Ah, I guess I'm in range now. I'm
Oh,
almost at the doors now. You must have walked farther away.
We had to hide a little bit, so that the golems wouldn't come looking for us.
Which
But
it's been about 3 hours. It's been about 2 hours. So you'd have to have spent 2 more spell slots to maintain your disguise, and Selenar would have had to redo his wild shape.
I think when he was when we find a place for him to redo his wild shape, because he's going to have to elf and cat.
Yeah, it's easy enough for him to, as a cat, like climb up on a roof and then and climb back down.
Cool. I think while we are out of the immediate sight of people, I will actually drop the disguise and just put up my hood.
Oh, so you leave the crowd?
Yeah, we will left the crowd so that he can recat.
Just roll a d20 for me, Andra. Straight luck check.
Great.
Cool. You pull
13.
it. You pull it off without problems, and you have your big old hood up.
So now I'm just kind of a amorphous person in the person with a hood up in a crowd.
Yeah.
And I will look at Selenar Cat and say, Idea's on his way back out. Idea, be careful coming out. I don't know if the golems get you if you'll remember what you know.
I don't know what you mean.
Great. Are they alive?
Yes, Ozo and the Lunine are both alive. Although Ozo says that they will be dead.
Oh.
The Lunine
well, that seems bad.
The Lunine did not say that he would be dead.
Okay, I suppose that's good-ish.
Wasn't their sentence stayed?
No one conveyed that to
Both
Lunine.
were.
Oh, okay,
No,
so they don't know.
no,
Okay,
Ozo-
we
Ozo
know as
doesn't.
players, but they don't know.
Ozo doesn't. The only one who knows is Lunine, and he kind of forgot to tell that to Idea.
No, I did.
He said he was.
Oh no, you did. You
It
did.
was on hold.
You did say it was on hold.
Yeah.
Not that meant anything to Idea, but
No, but
the
There
Ozo
was an
has 5 lizards with them. They seem to be friends. They shared a bowl of stuff. They did not give me any.
I'm so sorry. I'll have treats for you when you get all the way
They
out.
did not give me any.
Lunine had his own bowl, though Lunine did not give me any either. The Lunine called me creepy. Am I creepy? I thought I was an Idea.
Absolutely. You are absolutely not creepy. You are the best Idea.
Ah. So,
All right, so
It's bad parenting to lie to your children.
I should leave this place now?
Yes, come back out the way you went in, and be careful of the golems as you sneak behind them.
Okay. Make a stealth check for Idea at advantage, because they don't know he's there at this point in time.
Stealth is still dexterity. 13.
Great. He successfully sneaks back, and after a few minutes, scuttles up into your hood.
All right. Let's get out of here, guys. So I've got idea in my hood and picking up the cat. And we're going to just sort of casually make our way out of this crowd and head back toward the dust barrel.
Cantrips are considered spells, right? I know that. Okay, great.
Yeah.
Moving on.
Yeah, they aren't leveled spells, but they are spells.
Yeah.
Great. Meanwhile, Renata. Hi, Renata.
Hey, everyone.
Mike. Your companions, Andra and Selenar, took your general directions to the slab, which you've never visited, but you know generally where it was.
Yes.
And left you in your childhood home, hovel that it is, while they did some reconnaissance in an attempt to get any kind of update on your friends. You're not quite sure where Corvus is. Apparently he followed Book of Tales with some guards somewhere. I don't know. So as you are left alone in this hovel that was once your childhood home, what are you doing?
I guess the plan is for me to wait for them. I don't know. I've been away for a bit. So I take it if everyone went to do their thing, they told me, hey, Renata, sit tight, wait for us. So what else can I do other than to just wander the halls of my childhood home and live out some memories?
When I left Corvus, I told him I was going to your house and have not been in contact with him since, so he's eventually going to look for me there.
He will look for you at where I am right now?
Yes. That's why you stayed behind.
Okay.
Yeah, Andra basically said...
Also, you are the one who cannot disguise himself.
Right.
What about a scarf? Cover my face.
Sure. But
Thor style.
You are in the dust barrow where you grew up, Talos Rut.
Mm-hmm.
You've spent an evening in your childhood home, like was your original plan, and it was not very comfortable. Like, you got rest, but it was not. It was not like it used to be in any kind of way, other than a geographical location. The warmth.
Yeah, no, I get that.
The warmth that once, helped this home exist is gone.
You know what? Maybe just to help pass the time, I'll write a song about my feelings and how I feel about being back home. Yeah. Just to pass the time.
All right.
I'm sorry. Because I have missed some gameplay. Everything has quieted down now, right? Like, are people still searching for the rest of us?
You don't know.
Like, actively? No?
You have no idea.
Okay.
There's no reason that you can think of why they wouldn't.
Mm-hmm. Right. It's been only, a week in real time, but in game time, like a couple hours.
Yeah, like
the next day.
Like, it's the next day.
Yeah. Okay.
But it's the next day after 2 of the 6 of you were arrested, and 4 of you went running through the streets the night before.
Gotcha. Okay.
So yeah, it probably would occur to you that keeping a low profile is not the worst idea ever.
For sure, definitely.
Cool. As you are kind of writing this little song, you get a solid bit way through it. Maybe even you finish it. I don't know. You'll have to figure it out. But after some number of hours, Selenar and Andra both return to the hovel. It's probably about mid-afternoon. And as they return to the hovel, we're going to take a little break.
Woohoo.
So we're going to take a quick little 5-minute break, everybody. So we will be back after this short rest. Thank you all so much for being here and for joining us. And we will be right back in just a moment. Here we go. are back. Thanks for sticking with us. We are going to pick up right where we left off with Renata being rejoined by Selenar and Andra in the hovel that was once his home.
It's not a hovel. It's still a home.
No, it's a hovel.
It's still a home.
Sure.
It's just it's a fixer up.
Man's
That's what it
hovel.
is.
So you guys, so Idea saw Ozo and Lunine, and they're both alive.
Idea saw Ozo, and they are both alive.
And Lunine.
And Lunine.
Yeah. He says that they're not together,
Cool.
but they're both alive.
That's not cool.
And
That's
more or
cool.
less in decent health. Like they're not like bleeding out all over the cell or anything, but you know.
Good. I was worried they'll get shanked first day in prison.
But apparently
Happens
Ozo has
in the
made
slab.
friends with some lizards.
Cool. Prison neck tattoo?
Don't know.
Do we know? Don't know.
Idea,
Should've asked.
do you know what a tattoo is?
I don't.
There you go.
It's like this, and I show my tattoo on my hand.
Did either of them have new pictures on their skin?
No.
Okay.
Okay. Well.
I
There's still
will.
time.
I will give Idea a little bit of like a ration or something for being such a good boy. A little snack.
He eats it and it disappears. You don't know where.
Yeah. Don't think about it too much. But apparently Ozo thinks they're going to die soon.
I'm sorry. Say that again. I was looking at Idea eat that ration, and I started to overthink it.
Don't think about it too much.
Okay.
He says that Ozo thinks they're going to die soon, but Lunine thinks maybe not.
Jared, they haven't made this public at all, right? To the populace, like how, we're gonna have a public execution and
No, there's
trial.
been no information released yet.
We sent Idea in because we didn't
Um,
know if they were in there and if they were alive or not.
And in my history with this town, does that sound on par that they'll just quickly execute criminals instead of a long, drawn-out sentencing?
Yeah, usually it's pretty quick. Like, unless there's some reason comes up beforehand to stop an execution, it's usually within like a few days. And they usually announce it like a couple days ahead of time because people like to be involved or people like to watch or whatever.
That's entertainment, folks.
Yeah. So Ozo thinks they're going to die. Lunine said maybe not, but Idea was a little fuzzy on the details.
Yes, he said something about a book of tales.
Right. And I'm sorry, I forget. Do we know that Corvus is tailing or with
Yes.
Book of Tales? We do. Okay.
Yes, I was with him when he left to go follow Book of Tales. So, which is why I told him to meet me back at your house, because I wasn't going to stay where we were. He and I were in a bar somewhere, and I wasn't going to stay there by myself and wait for him to reappear. Instead, we went back to your house to wait for him to reappear.
All I got from that dialogue was that you called this place a house and not a hovel. Because a lot of people will look at this place and call it a hovel, but it's not. It's a house. It's a home.
I mean, it's kind of a hovel, but
You also said it was
that's
haunted.
okay.
I take it back. And like quietly under my breath, I'm like, fuck you, Andra.
But, I mean, all of our information right now is coming from my dead rat, so I don't think I'm in a position to judge your housing situation.
Okay.
I find
An
this
idea.
dwelling
Roll.
quite pleasant.
See, Idea
Thank-
likes it. An Idea has been a very good rat today. He has found
It's been a
our
good idea.
friends. He has found our friends. He's confirmed that they're alive. He even knows what cell Ozo is in. According to the lizards, they're in cell block C, row 22. That means nothing to me. I assume it means something to Idea, who has been there, and that's all I got.
I know what the words were, but I don't know what it means.
Do I know what that means?
No, you've never been inside the slab.
Fair enough. Okay, so looking at the whiskey bottle half empty, they're gonna die soon. Currently, they are alive, but they will die soon in an execution. And Book of Tales is our ace up our sleeve. We're waiting on Corvus to come back with that bit of information.
Yeah, Book of Tales went away with the guards to hope maybe give some evidence, but I've talked to her, and it's a process. It's a little bit like, have you ever played the party game where you try to act things out? It's like that.
No, never played it.
But Renata has
Sounds-
spoken with Book of Tales before.
Oh, right, but never at a party.
Fair.
Okay, so
But I still have the stone, which we're not using because we're hoping that someone could maybe figure out who used it last and implicate Book of Pouch of
Pouch of
Smoke.
Smoke. Yes, Pouch of Smoke.
Pouch of Smoke, Book of Tales.
Yes. Okay.
So I still
So-
have the stone. The stone is here with us. And we're not so sure we should use it, but also if we wanted to use it, it involves getting a lot of stuff and a place to do it in and a lot of time. Like, it's not something that we can just like do this afternoon in your living room.
I was going to say, I do have a living room here. Okay, so then right now, our plan A right now is to wait for Corvus to come back, hopefully with some good news.
Yep. And find out what is going on, and if someone, maybe in disguise or something, needs to bring the stone to Book of Tales to be evidence of some kind. Not really clear, and didn't really want to let the stone out of our sight until we knew what was going on with that.
I mean, that might be our plan B.
But it
Or
depends on the
Plan
information
A Part
Corvus
2.
has. Yeah.
Because otherwise, Plan B would be to stage a jailbreak.
So
You also, out of character, you also missed the part where we realized that there is both a forge and probably the materials that we would need to do this inside the wardrobe in the room that we went in. So there's 3 plans.
right, the room that we that our friends got arrested for breaking into might have the things we need to make the stone work. But we're not sure that's a good idea, even if we could.
We don't
get
think
the
that's a
thing.
great idea, but it is an idea.
Yes,
I am also an idea.
you are.
You are a great idea.
Yes.
and pointing at the skeleton rat, I say, and we all like to roll with the bad ideas.
But I am a
This is a
grand
good
idea.
Oh, snap. That's good idea. That's good.
Yes, I am.
Also,
Your idea is sassy, I say to
like-
Andra.
I know.
What is
Idea
sassy?
has been in. it's a
Stop.
he
No
means
time
it's
to
a good
explain.
idea. Idea
That's
has been
explaining.
in, and maybe I would say there's a decent chance we can get Idea back into the prison, but there are these very large metal constructs that exist basically to squish anything that tries to go through the door.
Gotcha.
Like they're not super smart, and so the dead rat running around is not super alarming to them, but like we're not going in
Gotcha.
unless we can all be dead rat sized.
Jared, what time of day is it?
It's mid-afternoon
Afternoon.
by this point, like getting into early evening.
Okay.
All right. Has Corvus come back yet? Where the hell is that?
Yeah, I would say.
changeling?
I
Well,
would suppose you would have to wait
at
first.
at this moment in time, we will cut to Corvus, who, in his fancy Jack disguise, has been his dandy foppish exterior, has been following this group of guards as they bring Book of Tales away in the mid-morning, late morning kind of time, escorting her in a very like protective way as opposed to a very like accusatory way. Like it's not like a perp walk. It's like a you are important to something we're doing and we need you to come with us kind of way. They bring her back to the same guard headquarters in the Marble Rising that you had staked out the previous evening, Corvus. And she is in there for hours. Hours go by as you wait. As you wait, I'd like you to make a perception check, please.
I've got grease all over the hand that I don't normally mouse with.
Ah, well, sad. As indeed, people are walking in and out of this entryway multiple times. With a 19, eventually, after a couple hours, you see that every guard who exits is exiting with like a roll of like vellum or parchment of some kind. It seems like they have a roll of stuff, and a couple of them are looking at them as they go out, and you can hear them talking about it, and you overhear them talking about, oh yeah, these are the ones from last night. Apparently they've got names and everything. And with a 19, you're able to kind of like walk behind a group for a little ways and sketch out that they are indeed sketches of your companions. So you see a like 90% accurate sketch of Renata with the name Renata under it, and same with Andra and with Selenar. Then there's a sketch that has the name Corvus under it, and it's a hooded figure with your mask. So like the mask, featureless though it is very accurate. So the mask might not be the symbol of anonymity you hope it might be. But with a 19, you're able to get all this pretty easily. And kind of like go back so you don't miss Book of Tales. Eventually, after hours and hours, Book of Tales does exit without a protective guard. And you see her begin to kind of make her way back towards the Rapid Scorpion, presumably.
I guess when she's like, I don't know, some distance away, so it's not immediately in front of the doors of the guardhouse, I like flag her down, and I think at this point, I'm trying to remember if she saw me walk in with Jack at any point, or if it was
No, you were old man at the time.
Yeah, that and yes.
She knows your Corvus face and your old man face. She does not know Jack Valor.
Oh, okay. Jack Valor's not. Jack Dawson, sorry, is not
Sorry,
doing any
Dawson.
charismatic talking at this point. So I think I can flip up beside her as Corvus face and be like, "Hey, everything good?"
She is surprised to see you, but she smiles and nods, and kind of like taps her head and kind of gives a little thumbs up. Make an insight check with advantage. Cool. With a 22, you get that she's conveying like, yeah, everything went well. We had a good idea. Oh, Galaxy Fest is raiding us with a party of 5 people. Galaxy Fest, thank you so much for the raid. Welcome to Nuuli Forged. Currently, 2 of our party members are in jail, and the other 4 are trying to figure out a way to help them somehow. So it's a wild ride here. There's a cursed cat person involved. It's all kinds of crazy stuff. Thank you so much, Galaxy Fest. Hello and welcome in. Hope you enjoy it, and thank you for bringing your lovely people with you on this raid. Thank you so much. Dr. Bone Mommy has given us a follow. Thank you so much. Hello, Dr. Bone Folly.
Very cool.
Yeah, Galaxy Fest. Yes, we're having a great time. We're having a good time tonight.
They're going to love our idea.
Thank you for the follow, Galaxy Fest. Yes, we do have an idea who is an undead rat familiar, so it's going to be a good time. No worries, Dr. Bone Mommy. It's all going to be good here. The cursed cat person in question, Book of Tales, has just emerged from the guard's quarter. She is cursed, where she cannot speak nor write, which is very bad for someone who was once an orator of some renown. Corvus, our changeling rogue, has just made themselves known to her and is able to communicate that the idea that she had about like trying to find like the right person in the guard seems to have merit. Corvus, as you are talking to her, sort of, you're able to pull off kind of down an alleyway here in Marble Rising and have a bit of a more lengthy discussion with her. Through her charades and your extremely well done insight roll, along with your knowledge of Thieves' Cant and kind of nonverbal communications, plus you speak sign language as well, you are able to get conveyed that she has been able to put in a complaint against Pouch of Shadows for having cursed her, and that she has evidence in the form of the artifact that he used to do so, that is being held by a third party, obviously you all. So, if you can get that, and she said that she would like get that third party to bring it to the guards, where it can then be examined. So if you have it, she can bring you in this disguise that you might be in now.
Yes.
I have it.
Yeah, I don't know for certain if I actually took it from. Yeah, Andra. Sounds like Andra still has it.
Yeah,
It's in my inventory.
You know that Andra is the one who's like holding on to the stone at the moment, but as you went after the guards originally, Andra did message you to tell you that you can meet back up with her at Renata's place that you spent the night in before.
Oh, copy. So I will just tell, about the smoke light. Oh, that is fantastic. fantastic. And we have the thing. It is in a safe place, and I will go get it. And I need to bring it to the guards or to you.
Through the charades and sign language, she conveys that you come with it, and she brings you and it to them. So, like, you are the third party that is presenting the evidence.
Aha. Okay. This could work. Great. They're probably going to ask me how I got it, and I'll figure out what to say by the time we make it. Do we have time to go today?
She nods.
Okay, great. I'm going to meet you at the Scorpion. Sound like a plan? Okay. I'm gonna go get be right back.
Okay, and she goes
And
off.
I'll rush off to the to Renata's house. Very clear about that.
Thank you.
Haunted though it is, and we will. I'll do that now. And at some point, I should probably, I don't know, for appearance's sake, like be crazy old coot, because if anyone is still watching the house, they have seen me go in there and come out, and
yeah, you can pull off, find a space to pull off, and change your form and change your outfit from the foppish dandy into the crazy old hermit man without too much of an issue.
Find a phone booth to change in.
Yeah. Meanwhile, back at the Hovel house, you are having this discussion. And as you begin talking about we need Corvus to return, Corvus, you arrive at the Hovel house. It's early evening. Most of the day has passed, but there's still a few hours of daylight left.
Oh, good, you're back.
I don't have a lot of time. Two things. I'm going to need the artifact, and I think things went well with Book of Smoke at the guardhouse, and I need to give it over with them to the guards, and hope they don't ask how I found it. So I have to figure out what to say. And two, do not go outside looking like yourselves. People are actively searching for you. There are sketches. They're pretty close. Renata's a little, but like most of them are pretty good.
So Idea went into the prison.
Oh, really? How? Wait.
He just snuck in. He's small and dead. And he just kind of, did his little rat scuttly thing in. The good news is that Ozo and Lunine are alive.
Okay.
Ozo thinks they're going to be dead soon. Lunine thinks maybe not, but is unclear. Idea was unclear why. And Ozo has made friends with some lizards. But they are alive and being fed, and are not in the same place. We know what cell Ozo and the lizards are in. Idea knows how to get to Lunine's cell from there, but there's not really any landmarks that he can tell us about. Also, the entrance is guarded by these giant magical suits of armor that will squish anything bigger than an Idea.
Yeah, that sounds about like everything I heard it was. Okay, that's a lot to. Okay, that's good. That's really good. Well done, Idea. Actually, that very impressive.
He is the best Idea, and you should tell him so.
Thank you.
Sure.
I try to do my part. It is a pleasure to serve you, Andra. I'm so glad you all appreciate my excellent idea-ness.
To be honest, the more it talks, the less I like it. But
why?
I have a thing with rats. I'm sorry, it's not you.
How
okay,
speciest of you.
Probably. I need to
see Idea's little like bony rat ears kind of like go down sadly.
Well, no, we'll work on this. I just can't. I'm sorry, I can't think about this right now. I'm sorry, idea. You're perfect.
Lunine called me creepy in the prison.
Lunine is mean sometimes.
Well,
And I'll do it
a fucking
again.
asshole. So anyway, and the reason we're all in this mess, yes, I need to do this. Like, Couch of Smoke is waiting for me at the Scorpion.
Book of Tales.
Or
Tails.
Book of Tales. Sorry. Ooh, wouldn't that be weird? The tables have turned. I made a deal.
I mean, maybe you don't know who's at the Rabbit Scorpion.
You're all going under. No one's gonna get me. Anyway, yeah. So can I? Does anyone have any opposition to me doing the thing with the artifact and going in the Couch of Smoke, turning it? I don't know what sort of deal Lunine has made on their own, but it sounds
I'm
like
guessing it's probably not helpful.
I don't trust that it will get Ozo out alive. So I can't go on that. I think based on what we talked about earlier with Book of Tales, it sounds like this plan is possibly working, or in the very least might delay things further. But the execution part, that would be cool.
I will hand Corvus the Stone of Silence.
Okay. What other information should I give them? Just let's run through it real fast so I know what to expect. We are aware of a ritual that has to occur involving all of this stuff, like the lots of components, incense, the forge, the whole 9 yards. Yeah.
Yes, there's a this stone can curse someone to lose their ability to communicate, and it can be undone. But it is it's a 2-hour ritual that involves a forge and a bunch of material components that Pouch of Smoke may or may not have in their wardrobe.
I'm a little hesitant to be that.
If you break the spell on her, then it might not be able to be drawn back to her, as
right.
Like, Pouch of Smoke is the one that cursed her.
Correct. We want someone powerful to figure out if they can trace who used the stone last, because that is the evidence that Pouch of Smoke was involved.
I will go based on that. And if they ask how it came into my possession, I got nothing right now, but maybe I'll think of something.
I think they already know that. That's why we're all being hunted.
Yeah, this could very well be a trap for me too, but
his
just
disguise.
Saying it's no mystery how it came into our possession.
Yes,
it was in fact
Ozo stole it for us.
But Corvus is pretending to not be the person who was in the hotel.
Let's just not use that name right now. It's on a sheet of paper.
You did know that Book of Tales told you that back in the Rabbit Scorpion, that if a third party came forward, having like brokered the thing somehow, then it should be okay. Because like a third party isn't the one who committed the crime and is like returning the evidence and like presenting the evidence. So
right,
it's a legal gray area. Is essentially what Book of Tales has figured out for you all.
So maybe Ozo dropped it when she was arrested, when they were arrested.
Or maybe she sent it off to have a specialist look at it, and I happened to be in whatever. Yes, I think we're okay, but I'm going to go now. I don't have any way to communicate with you, and I think none of you should leave unless you are heavily disguised, and even then it's risky, and I will hopefully return tonight.
Hurry up, it's boring.
I'm leaving.
Okay.
Oh, Renata, your house is possibly haunted. We should maybe talk about that. There was a ghost that disappeared at your doorstep last night. I'm very curious, but we only have time right now, so bye. And then I leave.
I'm just like flabbergasted. I'm like, wait.
By the way, your house is haunted. Peace out.
Go.
Or at least your doorstep is.
Great. Corvus, you make your way back to the Rabbit Scorpion. Book of Tales is indeed waiting for you. There's a couple other people in the bar, but she goes outside with you and pulls you into a place and we're gonna keep you've gotten the hang of talking with her and conveying ideas and stuff. Between the two very good roles you've had in this process and the experience you've had over the last couple of days, she is able to convey that yes, if you act as though you are essentially like a broker, like a middleman, and you have been given this evidence by people who acquired it in order to help Pouch of Smoke be freed from the
Book of Tales.
Book of Tales.
To help Book of
I
Tales.
better not mess up and say the wrong.
Now, to help Book of Tales be freed from the curse by Pouch of Smoke, then you, as whatever this form of you is, should be fine, and not connected in any way to any potential crimes that may have occurred.
Great. We are going to go, maybe partially based on superstition and faith. I mean, Corvus is just Corvus look, the like painfully normal and readable look is so disguised. So like we're gonna go with that. That's what Pouch of Smoke. God damn it! See, I did it. That's what Book of Tales is accustomed to seeing me as, and that will be the persona that I use to.
Okay, so you're going straight up vanilla Corvus into. Sorry.
No mask.
Vanilla Corvus.
What clothing are you wearing? Are you wearing Corvus's clothes, or are you wearing?
No.
Okay.
I'm sure I've got to change of street clothes. I'll put back on my like maybe my Hessian clothes. I'm trying to remember if I like wore them anywhere incriminating. But I also hope that I like specifically try to get them to look just like unassuming as possible, but also localish.
Great. Yeah, and you can always do things like alter your skin color, hair color, whatever. So like you can do whatever you want because
maybe I'm
you're a changeling.
Blonde instead of brunette or something this time.
Great. Yeah. So you make your way in, and you get to the guard headquarters with Book of Tales. You are asked by reception, what are you here for? Book of Tales on the way has conveyed to you who you should ask for, and like say nothing except who you want to talk to. So a few minutes go by, you are eventually shown into what amounts to like an interrogation room kind of stuff. And you are both waiting there for about 25 minutes or so. Until two figures enter. One is this kind of like ancient looking orc descended person with like a long mustache kind of over and down, and no beard or anything, just like long white, kind of a what is this one called? Whatever this long mustache is.
I know what you. Yeah, I don't know if that.
Yeah, I don't know if the term is PC
called
anymore.
And
But I know it. Yeah.
But like the long, skinny handlebar mustache that goes.
It's like exactly.
Down.
Yeah.
Is it curled up at the end?
No. It
like
droops down.
Just drooping. Okay.
It's very Splinter from Ninja
Splinter,
Turtles, except like very much longer and white. But like protruding
and less rattling.
under tusks, and like even though like orcish descent, this kind of like grayish green skin, but still like a slim build, like not someone who's done a lot of like huffing around, wearing robes. The other individual who enters first, however, looks very officious and is a kind of dun-colored feline with kind of these like amber eyes in black and white robes and like a cloth of gold cape. And they kind of sit down and look at you all, and look directly over to Book of Tales. Book of Tales, it is excellent to see you again. I appreciate that you have returned so quickly. I am under the impression that this is the third individual, or the third party who you say is brokering evidence. And you can see she nods. Very well. Please state your name for the records, if you'd be so kind.
Very well. My name is Charles. You need a first and last name, I'm assuming, for your records, no?
Of course.
Charles Finback. Pleasure.
Charles Finback. You are hereby recognized as a witness for the accuser, one book of tales, in the accusation of being cursed by one pouch of shadows. Attending this evidential hearing is under the auspices of myself, Burning Sands of the Shining Sea. Now, Charles, Mr. Finback, whichever you prefer.
Charles is fine.
We are given to understand that you are holding a artifact that was used to curse the accuser by the accused. Is that correct?
That is correct.
Do you have the item with you?
I do have the item with me.
Please present
I
it
will
now.
pull it out and put it on the table sort of in the middle.
Thank you. I'm going to ask the wizard Grenick to inspect the item. Is there any problem that you have with that?
No, I trust that their findings will be similar to what I understand. Please go ahead.
Cool. You see them put their hands out over the stone really quickly, and you see a brief flash of light from their fingers as their eyes go from like this yellow kind of iris to pure purple sclera, and they spend a few moments kind of like they're casting Identify. You've seen Andra do this a couple times. And they confirm a lot of what you know about the stone, that it is capable of doing this curse or undoing this curse. Very well. We accept that this stone is used. Do you know the ritual for this curse of binding and unbinding?
I do not directly know. I understand some of what is involved, and I'll sort of like explain the limitations of what I know.
So you explain that like by attuning you learn the basics of the spell and everything.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
You
Do I
explain
know
all
how
this.
to do the ritual?
Not really.
Go ahead.
Hello, Taka Senmashu. Yeah, you explain what you do know about the ritual, how you have to attune to the stone to learn the ritual, and kind of generally what it entails, but you don't know all the details. He acknowledges. You can see that Burning Sands of the Shining Sea acknowledges that information, and then looks over to Granick again and asks Granick to cast what he calls a spell of last usage. Granick begins a 10-minute long series of casting over the stone, and you can see he draws like a bunch of symbols on the table and kind of places it there, brings out a few candles and kind of lights them in the process, and in a very like drawling voice, you can see that Granick says, I lost it. This curse of communicative binding was last cast by the feline wizard Pouch of Smoke. They used it to cast it upon the feline Book of Tales. And that is your official testimony based upon the spell? Yes, your high. your high barristerness. I'm not really sure what I should call you in this moment. That's fine, Archmage Granick. Thank you. Very well, Mr. Finback. We hereby acknowledge your assistance in this matter. We thank you for your services to the city of Madnet and to the Victim Book of Tales. We will take possession of this artifact and attempt to engage in the reversal of the curse by this ritual of communicative unbinding. And Granick nods. We thank you for your assistance in this matter. You are welcome to stay with the victim, or you may leave. The choice is yours.
Thank you. May I have a moment alone with the victim, or with Book of Tales? Or do you need to speak with them further?
We do have further questions, just for details and to solidify a few minor things. But you are, of course, welcome to talk privately with your compatriot. And the two of them leave you in the room alone.
I'll turn to Book of Tales and just say, listen, I won't stay long. If you feel comfortable here, I think things are going well.
She makes a few gestures and conveys that this is an individual that she trusts. This high barrister, Burning Sands of the Shining Sea.
Great. I'm very pleased that they were able to support us so quickly. And I hope to speak with you soon at the Scorpion. Don't know what this means for some other colleagues of mine. I'm hoping this bit of news is also beneficial to them. And if that's true, then the other gentleman who joined me when we first met you will hopefully be also speaking with you soon about whatever business he had in the first place. But until then, I wish you the best of luck. I will.
As you leave, she stands up and extends a hand to shake yours, and you can feel like much gratitude as she vigorously shakes your hand.
No one deserves to be stuck like this. At least it's all someone that has stories to tell. So I'm hoping this is all over soon. And I'll turn to leave.
And you depart without issue. Are you returning to your companions?
I am going to return to my companion. Same old song and dance. Maybe, same back alley phone booth I found and switcheroo.
Yeah, by the time you return, it is dark out.
I'll go in. I'm still casually glancing over my shoulder before I go in. And because it is dark, actually, I might even slow down before I go in just to see if I noticed a ghost.
Make a perception
I don't
check.
remember what time that was, but I feel like it was dark.
Yeah, it was.
Did I do the right thing? I did.
Yeah. With a 23 perception check, you, taking a circuitous route back just to be on the safe side, you do come across kind of in the general vicinity, once again, this ghostly figure of a human woman kind of walking with her back to you, walking towards Tallow's Rut.
No one else on the street at this point? I assume that this isn't a very popular street at night.
With a 23, we'll give you that. We'll keep that perception rolling. With a 23, you do notice someone that's sticking out. You notice
Very interesting.
You notice up on a roof. You notice a feline.
Ooh.
He is dark fur. Sorry. Let me make sure I have the right one here. Where did it go? Where did you go, my lovely?
On the roof.
Yeah. Yeah, dark fur, kind of like dark clothing, so it's like really hard to pick out, but you managed to get him. Seems to be male, presenting. The like hair on his head, for lack of a better term, like that fur is kind of like brushed off and like kind of like down and over to one side, kind of very emo-y. Ears sticking straight up. Seems to be slender of build. And you can see that he is wiggling his fingers kind of like at the ghost, like in the direction of the ghost. And like as the ghost is like getting farther away, he is moving to keep distance with the ghost.
Corvus, or Old Man Jay, as he is currently, just sort of like shakes his head and goes, "I knew it was too good to be true." And I would like to, without like calling out directly, if there's maybe some way to watch the figure on the roof long enough to just like let them know that I know. Actually, you know what? I gotta do you one better. Is there a way? How much time do we have before they're back at the
I mean, you're like around the corner.
Okay, so I don't have much time. Does there look to be any way? I'm pretty scrappy and acrobatic. Is there any quick way to, like, Assassin's Creed style, get up on a roof?
I mean,
Nearby.
sure, if you want. Like, it's slums. It's not like it's built to keep people off roofs.
Here, yeah. Let me just try to scamper up there before, like, because if he's gonna cut and run, then I want it at least to be already on the roof when it happens.
Hardcore.
Someone that's watching this like nonchalantly out the window is gonna see this old man just like try to scramble up the side of a shack.
Go ahead, make an athletics or acrobatics check. It's not too difficult, but go ahead.
Excellent.
Yeah. You can swing your way up there. Make a stealth check as well to see if you remain unnoticed by this individual.
Yeah, that'd be awesome. Yeah, cool. Just in case.
Yeah. Yeah, you make it up onto the roof behind him behind them with no problems.
When I think I'm close enough, I'll just sort of like say, "Hey, what you got there?"
He turns around on you and says, what would he say in this moment? This is a good question.
How are you?
I'm sorry, I might have unlocked a part of the session that we didn't think we'd get to.
No.
Keep the game.
You've just snuck up on You've just snuck up on a cat
Found a glitch.
He turns around you, surprised, and says, "Call it a day, old man."
Well, maybe I should. Yeah, it's getting late. I see. But well, you know, I couldn't help but wonder what you might be doing up here. You know, with the you know whatever that is. You know, just curious. You're just minding my own business. Otherwise, don't worry. I'm not bad. Do whatever you want up here, really.
Hit the sack, old man. You don't want to miss the boat.
The boat? Well, I don't really think I've got any plans to go on a boat myself. But you know, maybe you shouldn't be out so late yourself, young man. How old are they? mean, presumably younger than my appearance, but
Yeah, like they're like 20s, 30s, maybe. It's a little hard to tell. They seem to be younger, but
I guess I'm trying to figure out if maybe they might like be somehow involved with that group of like young thieves that I've sort of spied around.
seems to be older than
Yeah.
that. Like not a child.
Oh, copy. Okay, well, I don't want any trouble. You've seen me before, haven't you?
You're getting on my last nerves, old man.
Okay, well, okay. I'll just find my way back down safely somehow. Don't mind me. I'll find a way. Okay. Then I'll sort of like mosey on past, I guess, trying to find a safe way down. I'm sort of like, before I disembark from the roof, I'll sort of peer over and see if he's still watching me.
Yeah, like he watches as you like descend down. But like once you're gone, you go to like look back up where he was, and he's disappeared. He's gone.
Well, I wish I had more time to figure what out the hell that was, but I guess I should go to bed, and then I'll go find my friend.
Yeah, like you were literally around the corner.
Great. I might do like one big long like make sure he hasn't come back, because I mean he's watching that house. Obviously, he leads the ghost up to it, or did. So I want to be extra sure that he's not looking. But then I'll go in if it looks like the ghost is.
Yeah, and like you got a good look at the ghost, so you could very easily describe what she looked like.
Oh, okay, good.
Yeah, with a 23
yeah,
perception. Yeah.
If it looks like the coast is clear, and the ghost, I'm assuming, is long gone because he's long gone, I'll read her the Hovel home. That's what we've now called it.
Yeah.
One man's hovel, another fugitive's hiding place.
Yeah, so Corvus returns to the Hovel house.
Hovel house, I'm so sorry. Yeah, I'll take off my disguise and say, okay, that actually went really well tonight. They were able to identify the stone. They discovered all the same things that you did, Andra, when you identified it. They were even able to figure out that Out of Smoke used it last. So it does sound like Book of Tales, like they're going to try to lift the curse, which may hopefully mean she can formally accuse Out of Smoke. I have no idea what that will mean for Ozo that is still locked up. They are still implicated in crimes that technically were committed, but I don't understand this legal system so well. Renata, maybe I hope that this is going to somehow nullify the theft of this item.
I'm hoping it would justify the crimes Ozo committed. That it was for the greater good of helping Book of Tales. So I guess you just have to wait.
I'm gonna check in on Book of Tales again. Maybe tomorrow. I don't know how soon. I don't know how soon they'll be curse will be lifted, because it is obviously an ordeal. But hopefully, it's a priority.
I mean,
implicating someone with the stature of Out of Smoke.
It does take
Probably.
a couple hours, so it's not like they're going to do it, boom. But it takes a couple of hours, not a couple of days.
Yes, and being able to actually speak to Book of Tales, I think maybe, I don't know, we'll just have an even better understanding of like what the line of questioning is, what are they planning to do, if I get a chance to even discuss that. Because I didn't think about it until just now, but like, there's anything they can do maybe to help us in letting our colleagues off the hook somehow. I don't know what's in the story we need to concoct, but they're aware of the situation. And perhaps will return the favor. So I'll try to have some faith. Yeah. Anyway, I sort of learned something. Well, let me ask you this, Renata. Does a woman matching this description sound familiar? And I'll sort of describe the ghostly woman.
Corvus describes this ghostly woman to you, Renata. This woman described to you is the spitting image of your mother.
God damn it! I knew you were gonna say that.
I knew he was going to say that too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We all the mama boys.
This is a Lifetime movie happening inside of our campaign.
Yeah. You're in this hovel.
Holy shit, that sounds like my mom. I'm just kidding, man.
Yeah, I'm trying to think. I think Renata will. What would Renata do? He would.
I'm listening, but I have to be right back. I'm listening.
I think he would be in a bit of disbelief. It doesn't make sense to him why his mom would be a ghost of all things. So,
Was she alive last
so
week?
he acknowledges, he acknowledges that he heard what Corvus has said, but he doesn't try to show any sort of expression.
Make a deception check. Everybody else who's there can make an insight check.
Also, understand this. When I made the description initially, I diverted and I didn't mention ghost as it connected with the description of the person. I wanted you to give me, oh yes, that sounds familiar, or not knowing whether or not it was a ghost. If that changes your answer.
Now. Oh my god. It is.
Corvus, you can also make an insight.
On my face.
Yeah. The two. I got you definitely can tell that Renata is withholding information. He definitely knows who this woman is. Andra, on a natural 20, not only do you know that Renata is not telling you everything, that he probably knows who this woman is, she's someone extremely close to Renata, and he's confused by it.
Here's the thing. So my past. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
But Corvus did not say he saw a ghost. He just said he saw some woman.
He described a woman.
I said, does this woman's description, insert description here, sound like someone you know?
Yeah. So Selenar, you know he's lying. He definitely knows who that is. Andra, on a nat 20, you definitely know that not only does he know, but it's somebody close to him, some kind of close relationship.
Great.
Corvus, you can make an insight check as well.
Cool. Let me. Maybe I shouldn't ask. I'm just roll. My passive is high enough that, but like. If
what's your passive?
13. That's not much higher, but it's higher. I mean, as much as I'd love a nat 20, I'm also afraid to fail an insight check because I often do that as Corvus in very important moments. So.
Well, with a 13 passive, as you're telling the story, and making the description, as you're describing, you can tell that yeah, Renata probably knows who this is, or at least definitely is familiar with this person.
And what was Renata's verbal answer again, or was there one?
Oh, I mean, I knew who it sounds like, but I didn't want to. It was sort of disbelief, so I'm trying to keep a straight face, but absolutely failed in that regard.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So I can read on your face that, yeah, okay. And then I'll just say, yeah, I thought she might be someone familiar to you. So here's the situation. The ghost I told you about last night. That's what they look like. I've learned tonight that they are not a ghost. They are some sort of illusion, bullshit spell someone is casting to look like a ghost, walking down Hallows Rut up to the doorstep of this hovel, and then vanishing. Any idea why someone might do that? Did we lose Mike? Stunned into silence.
No, that's cheap and frankly disgusting use of their elusive.
Is that person alive? Are they dead?
Would you like to hear another description?
And
then
quickly turn
I'll
to
describe
Andres, like I'll say, okay, the woman he is describing sounds 100% like my mom, but it can't be because she's dead.
Okay.
Might explain the ghost ruse, but that's very interesting. Well, I've got another description for you. Does a dark, lean, youngish, but blah, blah, and I'll describe what I saw as the caster. Was that?
Do you describe your interaction and like the conversation you had with him?
Sure, yeah. I'll say, listen, I saw what was going on. I tried to confront them.
Can Corvus literally just turn into who he's trying to describe?
Oh, yeah, that's a good point.
Yeah.
Who said that? Listen, I'm very good at describing facial features to people. That's another skill I have. It's not all about changing.
Also, Corvus is not used to like being open with his shape-shifting ability, so it would not necessarily occur to him to do so.
No, it actually absolutely wouldn't, but that is a fun idea that I will think about in the future, because that is kind of interesting. But you're not here. Yeah, so I'll describe and I'll say, yeah, I tried to go up and see what exactly was going on. They were very much not into conversation. They told me to go to sleep. Something about missing a boat. I don't know. Maybe that's a turn of phrase here. I'm not familiar with. They used anyway. It sounded like the last I think I heard before I decided to leave was something about they're losing their patience, and then they scampered off.
The full thing you heard was you're getting on my last nerve.
Getting on my last nerve, yes. Which, you know, I was playing up the frail old man, so I decided to come here instead. But they were gone. They did not watch me enter. Ghost was no more. I don't know if any of this makes sense. It certainly doesn't make any sense to me.
Yeah, so you describe his appearance, you describe the interaction, and Renata, I guess he says more to himself than to the group. He was quick to ire.
Who was quick to ire?
Jared, am I right?
No.
Does it sound like him?
No.
You are correct. The lights go crazy. You just won the game.
That is your first thought. Like, oh, he lost his patience, but like, you know that magic and spellcraft takes patience and time to learn. Not something quick to ire would be willing to put forward. Like, quick to ire is, well, like his name says, he doesn't have patience. It's not his strong suit. However, the description, kind of a like slight, dark-furred, feline, and then you think about that conversation that Corvus relays to you. That feline was talking only in idioms.
Whoa.
And that brings to mind
the boat hit the sack.
Another name from your past.
Yeah.
Only speak idioms.
Yeah.
Remember how they named it.
You remember a young feline. You remember a young feline brought into the group, brought into the band, for his violin skills. You remember a kind of interesting speech pattern where he spoke only in idioms, but was a very sweet kid. Like, he was younger than you all, but still like adult like you all were. And what was his name? Oh, that's what it was. Rhymes in the Dark.
That is a cool name.
Yeah. My first thought would be quick to ire, but then when I think about it some more, it's like, no, that doesn't quite sound like him. But regardless, thinking whether it's quick to ire or rhymes in the dark, you see this sort of shocked look on Renata's face. Are we like inside my home?
Yeah.
Is it well
We've
lit?
established
Do we
that
have like lights?
house, okay?
Is it?
No, it's only like lit as much as you want to be, but like having a light will let people know that you're there. So you've previously it was decided that you were like not shining a lot of light around, and a fair number of you have dark vision anyway, or at least one of you
So
does.
everyone will see like Renata like push past everyone and go towards like where the front window would be, and try to take a peek from the side of it through a crack, if it's boarded up, like through an opening or whatnot, and just like scan the neighborhood.
Renata, go ahead, make a perception check.
You go out in full Renata face? How bold.
No, he's peeking through the
22.
window. He's not outside.
Okay.
22. It's dim light out there, but there's lanterns, so it's like canceling out that like dim light disadvantage that you would normally have. And as elf descent, you do have dark vision, right?
Yes.
Cool.
That is correct.
So on a 22, you are scanning around. Where are you exactly looking? Are you looking the buildings, the rooftops, alleyways, or are you just kind of doing a general swath of everything?
Considering what Corvus has told us, I'll probably start at the rooftops first, and then scan down to like any shadowy corners, dark alleyways, and then go from there. Whatever else I missed.
Very cool.
But from top to bottom, left to right.
Cool. All right, on the rooftops, you don't see anything sticking out to you, which is good. Scanning the alleyways, you pick out a form, kind of watching. You can tell it's like looking in your general direction. You can't make out all the details because they are shadowy and they're like a bit of ways. But you see a form, and you see kind of a tall, thin form with like kind of a wild mop of like hair in the shadows, and it's dark enough, but the hair is super light. The hair must be like light gray or white or something like that. And you see slightly as the occasional like glint of like maybe red by the eyes in the in like the flickering torchlight or lantern light that maybe occasionally bounces off of something. But probably more interesting is in the hands of this individual. You see each hand is holding what looks to be like a long stick of some kind, and they are whacking the air by their sides with it rhythmically. It looks like they are trying to stay like quiet, but they can't help but like use these little sticks or whatever they are to kind of like make these kind of like drumming motions in the air.
Do I? Does it look like it? Well, is it Jamal?
Could be.
Okay. So he described rhymes in the dark. I see Jamal out the side. And do I see anyone else?
With that, you rolled a 22, right?
Yeah.
With that 22, we're gonna make this last roll here and see how it goes. Yeah. Directly past who maybe might be Jamal, you see a massive hulking form. Definitely Feline, even in the shadows, because they are darker than the shadows. They are like pure black, except for this, what is obviously white mane, like kind of like around the neck and shoulders, like a collar. That's kind of like fluffier, but like easily 7 feet tall to potentially Jamal's much shorter, like 5'7" height. A massive frame that is bulked out and muscular. And while you can't see any like front facial details, you got a pretty good idea who could be roided out that much.
Ire.
Yeah, he always liked to lift things.
And then smash things.
Mm-hmm.
I hope he was a percussionist.
Yeah.
Maybe
so...
that is his mom.
She was a power lifter.
Damn.
I step away from the window. I go back to my merry band of friends here, and I say, well, good news and bad news. Good news for you guys is I think you're about to learn a lot about me in the next 10 to 15 minutes. And
That's
bad
fast, huh?
news. Yeah, everything's crashing down around me.
I mean, the hovel's a little ramshackle, but it doesn't look. It seems fairly structural.
There's foundation here still. It will hold. And it's not a hovel. It's a house.
It feels like a
It's a
home.
home.
Shut up, idea. Now's not the time.
Don't get me
This
wrong,
might
I
be-
rather like it. I'm just saying,
Might
if
be
you were
why
going to
Romano was so
categorize
hesitant
it.
to come here.
Let him finish.
Yeah, because the bad news, and I'm glad you pointed this out, Sonar, is they might have a reason to hate me.
Oh.
And in their hate, kill me.
I mean, that seems
Oh.
bad.
Yeah, that's why it's a bad news. Really, it's all bad news to me.
Is their hate justified?
I don't think so.
I guess we're about to find out.
Hold on. Yeah, he Renata just like spoke a little bit too fast. Okay. He kind of thinks back to his, Rolodexes through his memories and goes, there might be some broken hearts involved. Some betrayal. And it's really all about perspective. I didn't see it as a big issue. They sort of do. But I thought they would forgive and forget in time. I guess it hasn't been time enough yet.
Yeah, have you spoken to any of them in any of that time?
Nope.
Yeah. So remember the other night when I said I think someone knows that we're in the house? I think I know who it is now.
And that is where we will end tonight's session of Nuuli Forged. Well done, everybody. Fantastic work. You helped Book of Tales in a good way. That's great. Got some information, got an update on your two imprisoned comrades, but may have a couple people watching the house.
Cool.
That you are currently in.
Great.
So we'll have to see what happens next time.
Which doesn't so much
Not
have
as-
like a deadbolt or anything on the door.
There's like no door to speak of, to be honest about
Yeah,
this.
not
Right.
even a door. It's,
Right.
Literally no
If
door.
you consider Bolt could be a nickname for Renata, could be a deadbolt soon.
Sure.
Ba-dum, 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 ba-dum.
It is perhaps not the most secure hideout we've ever had.
Yeah.
I thought I was in the clear too. So apparently I'm in.
Well, you don't know what they know or what they've seen. You all have been very careful about like keeping into the
Sure.
back of the house. You haven't like lit up candles or anything. You've purposefully kept it dim and dark in here.
I mean, we are already fugitives, so
Yeah, we are hiding from literally the police, so
Yeah.
It
So
seems like they don't want to alert the authorities, so that's good news. I think.
sure.
it's alright. We can have a gang fight. It's fine.
yeah.
I think we're gonna have a
And
playoff.
I will also point out that Renata is someone who has not left the house yet.
Good for him.
We keep leaving him here and saying, "Wait here."
Right. What I'm saying is other people who have the abilities to disguise themselves may have come and gone from the house, but Renata has not come and gone from the house.
Correct.
So if it is being watched, who's to say anything about anything?
Right. They only had the one chance to see him come in. He hasn't been, gardening out front or anything.
Right. But who's to say what could be happen? We'll have to find out next time here on Nuuli Forged. So thank you all for joining us. Thank you so much for Galaxy Fest for giving us a raid and bringing their 5 lovely people in. Thank you, Galaxy Quest, for the follow. Thank you, Dr. Bone Mommy, for the follow as well, and for saying hi in chat. Very much appreciate all of that. We'd love to have you all come back and join us again at some point in the future. Thank you, Taco Sen Mashu. So glad you were able to come in, at least for the ending, and you'll catch the rest of it when you can, hopefully. So it'll be all good and gravy. We will be back next week at 7 p.m. August 12th. Yes, August 12th. With our next episode, episode 46 of our crazy D&D adventures. So we will be back then. Let's go around, say our goodbyes. I will figure out who we're going to raid, and then we'll do that action. Let's start our goodbyes with Selenar.
Hello, I am Jeff. I've been playing Selenar, an elf druid, and I will do it again next week. It's a good game. It'll be a good time.
Yeah, thank you so much. Next up, we've got Renata.
Yeah, that's me. Guys, you have to come back next week because episode 46, The Origin of Renata. Just like a
Titled,
comic
"It's All
book.
Coming Crashing Down Around Me."
Yes.
Yeah, hope you survive the experience.
One character's secrets will
'cause it's
come
a
out,
hovel.
maybe.
Not a house.
Wonderful. Next up, we've got Ozo.
Hi, I'm Ozo. It's a good thing these lizards are nice. And yeah, good luck, have fun. I'll probably still be in a jail cell next week.
Great. Thanks.
Hopefully not.
Thanks, Amber.
Yeah.
Wonderful. Next up, we got Lunine.
I've been Tanner. I voiced Lunine. I will see you next week. Also still in a jail cell.
Thank you so much. Next up, we've got Corvus.
Hello, hello. I am not in a jail cell and don't want to be, and I try to remain that way. As Corvus, the changeling rogue, sometimes is an old man. And yeah, tune in next week as I try to make sense of seemingly 3 problems happening simultaneously in Hesh.
Yeah, you guys really stirred the pot.
There's a lot happen. I thought I fucked up things in Cliffside, but man, we got it going on.
A lot of stuff happening in this place. Next up, we got Andra.
Oh, hey, that is me. I am Sarah. I have been playing Andra, who has a very good idea.
Yes, I am a good idea.
And we're the Dead Ringers. That's who we are. Here in Nuuli Forged. And if you missed all of any of our past episodes, you can watch them on our YouTube channel. Nuuli Forged. Nuuli Forged. On YouTube or here on Twitch at the moment, and or rather, we'll see you here on Twitch next week. And you should follow us on social media things so that you can find out if our schedule changes or anything like that. Thanks for watching, and everybody pet the idea.
Everybody pet the idea. And I have been Jared, your humble dungeon master here on Nuuli Forged. Everyone and everything else that is not the 6-player characters, including idea. I'm the idea. Thank you all so much for joining us. Please hop in this raid. We're going to raid Action Packed Astoria. So hop in this raid. Let them know that they've been newly raided. And we will see you all back here next week at 7 p.m. August 12th, 2025 for episode 46 of our Campaign 2 D&D Adventures. Be kind, be safe, and have fun. And go out, touch grass, get away from the sun. Be safe. Enjoy yourselves. And we'll see you next week. Goodbye, everyone. Goodbye. Goodbye.